Okay, so this is Monsters training video part 4. This is where you're going to start this training video when you have your monster built, assembled, all the layers in the right order. In this training video, I'm going to show you how to add a shadow. See the shadow right there? And I'm going to show you how to get a background. And then you're going to print it and also save it and put it on your graphics page. So you have to resize the image too, export it. So let me go back to my monster that I left off with when we were on training video 3. So I need to get my head. So I'm going to go up here to File, Open, and I got to go to Room 31. And I go to Week 9 Pics. And Period 2, we're in Period 2. Anybody want to volunteer their head for my project? Or should I use mine? Yes, of course you get extra credit.
You should use yours.
You want me to use mine? I'll give myself extra credit. You guys took some good pictures here. All right.
Use mine.
Yours? Oh, haven't I used you before? Andres? Okay. So I'll use you if you say it's okay. Absolutely. Huh? Huh? Who? Who? Huh? Oh, yeah, here? Okay. You here? Okay. Andres, we're going to use yours, all right? Okay, all right. All right. I'll use, if you're not shy about it, I'll use you. Let's find your picture. There it is. So we're going to open up your picture. Okay. And we need to get your head. So we're going to use the Quick Select tool. Okay, the Quick Select tool. And remember, it's a brush, so you can resize it with the bracket keys, right? Okay. I got a little too much, got some neck in there, so I'm going to go to the minus option up here, and I'm going to knock that back under the chin, get rid of the neck. Okay, make sure I got my marching ant trail where I want it. That looks good. Then I'm going to click on the move tool. And I'm going to sneeze! Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I sneezed all over my shirt. Sorry about that. Okay. No, I'm sorry. All right. And I'm going to use the selection tool, the move tool. I'm going to move tool. I'm going to bring that over to my MonstersFL. Now look how big this is. Look how big that became. Okay. So that's because that's a very high resolution image. The photos out of the camera. So what do I use to resize the images, you guys? Command T, very good. Command T, hold the Shift key down, grab a corner edit box, and I'm just going to shrink that head down till it's about the right size and get it in the right spot there. I'm going to go ahead and click check, got to move the hat out of the way. Oh, come on now. Let's get the... I've got to go to the layer that's got the hat. By holding the command key and clicking, hold the command key down and clicking, it'll jump to that right layer. Okay? So hold the command key down, click on the head, and now I can move the head into the right spot. I guess I needed the neck, huh? I've got to bring those bolts in. Oh, maybe the bolts won't work because... Maybe the bolts won't work. I bring the hat in. Gotta make the hat bigger. Command T that. Make the hat bigger. Okay, gotta get the hat above the head. So I've got to click the check to get out of transform. Click on that. And there's my layer where my hat is. My head's up there. Layer 14, so I gotta drag that up above my head layer. Okay, and now the hat covers covers the head. Okay, like a hat would. I'm going to Command T and resize that real quick. Command T that again. Come on now. Come on, help me out here. Get this in place. Alright, spending too much time on this. But that's gets the head in now. So I don't need these bolts because I didn't bring the head in. The neck in, I'm sorry, the neck. So that's alright. I will just find these layers with the bolts and delete them. Yes, get rid of that. And find that layer by holding the Command key down and clicking, left clicking. Selects the layer where the other bolt is. And delete that layer. Okay, so now I'm ready to combine all these layers into one layer. So I'm going to go to the layer right above my background layer. And I'm going to go up to the very top layer and I'm going to hold Shift. And that selects all these layers. Alright, now your layers panel, your layers panel might not be this large, but you can go up in between the adjustment layer and the layers panel and click and change the size of it so it's bigger. There we go, like this, like that. Okay, that allows you to see more of the layers. So again, I'm going to click on all the layers that have the body parts, ignore the background layer or layer 0, and I'm going to right click over it and I'm going to click merge layers. So that took all those layers and made it into one. You see that? Okay, and now I am going to make my shadow. So I'm going to go up and copy this layer, make a duplicate. So I'm going to go up here to layer, and I'm going to click duplicate layer, and click OK. And I'm going to go to the middle layer, right there, and I'm going to select everything. So I'm going to go to the selection tool, quick select tool, and go to the plus option, and I'm going to drag. Since the background's white, it's going to quickly select everything that's not white, and when I let go, you can see that marching ant trail. No, not completely, we've got to get that too. That marching ant trail is tight around my monster, all the way around. Perfect. Right? So, you can see, I'm going to go now and I'm going to add an adjustment. I'm going to add this hue and saturation adjustment. And I'm going to throw all those levers all the way to the left. I'm going to take all the color out of my layer. Now you can't see it because it's behind. It's behind the top layer. So I'm going to take the eye, click on that eye, and now you can see it. Okay? You can see it. Let me turn it back on. So now I want to change, I want to use this. This is my shadow. This is the shadow layer here. So watch this. It's called skewing. I'm going to edit, transform, skew. Edit, transform, skew, and I'm going to decide, is my light coming from the left or from the right? Right? Get those, make sure that it ties to the feet like that. You see that? Right? Pretty cool, the skewing thing, huh? Okay, maybe pull this up a little bit. This one up a little bit. Wait, get that one. Get that one. There we go. Does that look like shadow? I'd say that looks like shadow. Remember, it's just like Command T, so you got to click that check. All right, so now I've got my shadow. Okay. This layer below here, I don't really need it anymore, so I'm going to delete that layer. And so I've got my layer, with my monster and my shadow layer. All right, so now I need a background. So I'm going to go to pexels.com. It's a place to get free stock images, and I'm going to look for some appropriate background. I'm in Disneyland. I'm going to put Disneyland. Let me see if they have anything for Disneyland. Oh, they do. So I got to find an appropriate background. This looks like it might be an appropriate background. I'm going to click download. So there it is. I've got it in my downloads folder. Right? If I go to Finder and downloads, there it is. Okay. So close that out. Go to Photoshop again. File, open, go to my downloads, and I'm going to open up that background image. Okay, there it is. I'm going to use the move tool, and I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to bring it into my image. Oh, it nicely went there for me. Now, what's wrong with this picture? You can't have a shadow at night, right? So I can't use that picture. But for the sake of this training video, I am not going to worry about that. Okay? Let's pretend that's during the day. Yours also might not fit so cleanly. You might have to do a Command T on this background layer and resize the image a little bit. Make sure you use a high-res image. Do not have it as a pixelated image on the background. It won't look good. Okay? Now, if I want to move my shadow and my monster, I'm going to go to the layers panel and I'm going to hold the shift key down and I'm going to click on my two layers. My monster layer and my shadow layer. And that will allow me to use the move tool, and now they'll move together. You see that? They move together and you can reposition your monster. And that's it. You're done. You do a Command S to save it. Command S to save. And you can print it if you want to print it. Command P. Make sure when you do the Command P that you are using the color laser, and go down a little bit and click on Scale to fit media, and then go ahead and click Print. Okay? I'm not going to actually print this. And then you need to resize it for your website. So File, Save for Web, and you want JPEG high, and we want the width on this one to be, let's go with, let's make this one a little bigger. Let's go with 500. Yeah, 500 for the width. And it's, let me go ahead and save that. So I'm going to have MonstersFL.jpg, and that's going to be in my monster folder. Click Save. And now I'll put that on my graphics page in Wix and label it as MonstersFL. There you go. This is a fun project. Good luck. That's an awful long training.